Hey guys, it's Grumpy Pants. Today's activities. I wanted to voice my opinion today, not to be confused with protest. I brought this sign to McLean County Courthouse in Bloomington, Illinois. Apparently the sheriff made a new rule as of June 1st. You're not allowed to have a cell phone in there unless you're a judge, a sheriff, or a lawyer. So I brought the sign out there. Give me 1 second here. I brought the sign out there to inform people of the sheriff's decision to make a new rule that I found to be unconstitutional. So people read the sign. I informed them that there's no cell phones allowed in there today or anymore, that the sheriff made a new rule. And basically what they were doing is throwing people out of the courthouse. Because at first they were storing the phones for people, then they ran out of room. So people were leaving the courthouse over and over. And I also informed the lawyers that were walking by, because, well, you know, you can tell a lawyer when they're going into the courthouse, they get their bag and they're dressed pretty sharp. And I told them they're not allowed their cell phones, of course, unless they had their permission slip, so that they could express their First Amendment right. Well, all of them looked at me like there was something wrong with me, like they had no idea what I was talking about. And I even did a quick talk with an attorney. Well, I'll separate that video from this one. All in all, it went pretty well. I mean, I was the only person that showed up at 8 o'clock this morning with a sign expressing my disappointment in the sheriff's choice to do this. I also did a video going inside with a GoPro on, which didn't go over very well. They have a public coffee shop inside, but you still have to go walk through the security portion, and they wouldn't let me in with the GoPro on and threw me out of the building. So we'll do a quick little video and we'll do the other one separate. Okay, bye. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, what's up?
Why do you think they gave permission slips to lawyers, judges, and sheriffs?
Well, the only thing I can think of is, I can tell you, speaking as somebody who uses his phone in court, that's where my calendar is. Very few attorneys these days keep physical written calendars, and you don't want to have something where you're in, like personally, where I'm in Logan County and I schedule something on top of it because I don't have my calendar. Do you know what I mean?
Don't you think if they told you no also, like the general public, you guys would be up in arms?
Might very well be. I mean, if not, I would just print out dates and stuff like that if that's what the judge said. Now, that said, I will tell you this, I'm not really sure why they passed the no cameras thing to begin with, because people have been allowed to have cameras in it forever,
It's a public building, or not in the courtroom, I understand that.
Yeah, but I mean, people have been silencing their phones forever, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, or keeping them off, but I apologize, I've got to get to court, but
thank you.
Take care, all right?
No cell phones allowed today unless you have permission. Oh, look where you're from.
Goodbye, First Amendment.
Yep.
Are you unhappy with the cell phone?
Oh, absolutely. It's a public building.
Okay.
Today I can't talk on my phone, tomorrow I can't talk.
Yeah. Can I take a picture of your sign?
Absolutely.
Thanks. I'm just on my way in to see how it's going today. So.
I'm really surprised I'm the only one here.
Get my, if you don't mind, I'll turn it
Yeah,
around.
that's fine.
Behind you, so that you Did you have business in there today, or?
I could make it business, sure.
Okay.
I had actually considered going in and see if I can get a permission slip.
Oh, okay.
Apparently only lawyers and judges are allowed to have them now.
And us. And the media.
Oh. How do I prove that?
But ours is through an administrative court order from several years ago.
Good.
The chief judge said we can have
So I can-
and laptops.
I can bring it. Good.
So,
I'm gonna test that.
to see if you're media?
Oh, I am media.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm sorry, who are you?
I have my own YouTube channel. It's called Freedom to Film.
Oh, okay.
I do First Amendment audits, go to police stations, courthouses, and videotape. And
if I have an interaction, I publish them.
Oh, okay. Could I get your name and
Yeah.
your information for your picture? Good. Okay. I'm the media coordinator too for this judicial circuit.
Gotcha.
So I handle the credentialing for media to have cameras in the courts.
Yep, that's nice.
So yeah.
John Donovan.
John.
Can you? Not really, no.
Where'd it go on?
Well, I'm doing a protest because you're not allowed cell phones in there today.
Hell yeah, man. Put me on it, man. Hell, man.
Get on it yourself. Go get a sign and stand out there.
For sure, man. They got lockers for us, though, but that's
Yeah.
bullshit.
Well, they took your First Amendment right away.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's why they said they're going in.
Ain't fight for our rights. Yeah, thank you, man.
Sure.
Okay, John. And who are you with? Or
Well, I'm independent.
okay.
It's called-
Independent. Okay.
Yeah, it's called Freedom to Film.
Freedom to Film. Okay. And is that here in Bloomington?
It's
or
a YouTube channel.
a YouTube channel?
Yes.
Where are you from?
Armington.
Arlington. Oh, okay. All right.
Driver's license.
And you're upset with this ban because
Yeah. So they told me
Because it's a
they
violation of my
broke
First
it.
Amendment. To be able to communicate in public.
But from the public.
okay.
And it is a public building.
Okay. Well, thanks for letting me take your picture and talking to me. Like I said, I'm just trying to gather the reaction and see how it's. I'm sure it'll be a nightmare for a while.
It's a nightmare for them right now.
You know, is it? Are they having a hard time?
I'm sure
in
they
there?
are. People have been coming out putting their cell phones in cars.
In their cars?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure because they don't have very many lockers. You know, there's just a.
I know. What's upsetting is he made a rule. The sheriff did. He doesn't get to make rules.
He does for the courthouse, yeah.
Pertaining to-
By statute, he does. He does.
Rules pertaining to people's freedom, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if he says that it has to do
Right.
with the safety and security of the building, the problem is you've got people that come into a courtroom and take out.
Well,
their
you said
cell phone
courtroom. There's a separation
and say,
between the courtroom, which is
How are you going to say where people are?
because as soon as you break that doorway going into a courtroom, you're in a whole different world.
But
That's why they fly the flag they fly in there.
when you step in how do you segregate where people are taking their phones?
They're not allowed to use them in the courtroom.
But they do all the time.
Well,
They're not
you can't
allowed
stop
to
it. I
now.
understand that. But
Yeah.
I can't stop people from doing just something that's illegal, but doing something that isn't illegal in a public space shouldn't be forced the whole building or the
Yeah.
whole property or
Yeah.
the next 5 blocks.
I mean, you'd have to screen people, like, you know, at each courtroom to keep them from bringing phones into the courtroom. You know what I mean? That's the nightmare. You have people who take out their cell phones and they video record witnesses, or they take pictures in the courtroom. That's their nightmare that they have. It's not with people carrying around a phone if they keep it in their pocket. Once in a while they ring in the courtroom. Nobody gets inside out about that. They just say, "Hey, turn it off." But it's the security of having a trial where you got a witness being actually filmed and photographed, and then that information being put out that puts people at risk. That's the underlying problem for these guys. You know, it's not the people walking around in the clerk's office with their phones or going to probation when that's no issue. It's how to keep it out of the improper use in the courtroom.
In the courtroom or in the courthouse?
In the courtroom. In the courtroom. They don't care about the courthouse. I mean, that's...
Well, they do. They just stop you from doing it.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not where the problem is, but they can't, once you go in the building, segregating where people are going is what they can't do. So nobody gets one then. I mean, they do it in Champaign.
Yeah, I heard about it. Springfield.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
You can
these are like
video.
the last guys to do it.
You're aware of the, I think it was 2011, ACLU sued the federal government just for that reason, for not being able to even take pictures of a building, a federal building. And they were sued and they won. And they were told that you can take pictures of the building, inside the building, but not in the court.
Right. Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. And we just got cameras in the courts here in Illinois, you know. So we do it quite regularly here inside the courtroom. But that's the media. You can't have everybody taking pictures in a court. So it's a nightmare for them. And I don't know what the solution is, but I know it's really unhandy for people not to be able to carry their cell phones around too.
It's more a violation of the First Amendment. I mean, today now you can't bring the phone in there. Tomorrow they can say you can't talk. It's the same thing. If I can communicate with you from here to here, I can communicate from you and I over there.
Mm-hmm.
What's the difference if I call you?
Yeah. Well, what they should have done is clamp down on the improper use in the courtroom.
True.
And I mean, arrest people for doing it.
My problem is the separation between courtroom and public space.
Yeah. Right.
You know what maritime law is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
they're under maritime law when you go in the courtroom. That's why that flag's flying in there with the gold fringe.
Mm-hmm.
You are under a whole new jurisdiction, and you agree to the terms of being in that room.
Right.
Outside of that room, it doesn't apply. Maritime law doesn't apply. So there's another problem with you can't do it in the building because being in the court is not being outside of the court. Now it is because their rules just flew over there and said, okay, well now you can't take pictures of the building. I mean, where does it stop? It stops right here.
Yeah.
Don't allow them to do this.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, it's good talking to you.
Thank you. No cell phones today, unless you get permission for your First Amendment right. No cell phones today. You no longer have a First Amendment right in there.
Make sure it has something else on fire.
Yeah, it shows us where it's in.
Oh, really? Well, that works.
Yeah, it makes it a lot easier for us.
Oh, so you're taking up your belt.
Try again?
No.
Okay. Is that a camera on your neck, sir?
Yeah.
Cannot come in the building. You'll have to take that back outside.
Oh, I just want to get a coffee. And
Even then, you still can't bring it in. It's not allowed anywhere past this side of the wall.
you deny me access to a public business?
If you have a camera, you cannot come in. I'm not denying you access. You can take the camera outside and you can come back in.
So if I walk in with the camera, you're going to arrest me?
Card? Could you come talk to this gentleman for me, please? Step over here. You can right over there and talk to him. What's your question, Carter?
I wanted to get a coffee.
A what?
A coffee at the public business.
Copy of what?
A coffee.
That's a recording device. You're not allowed to record a device in the building. You're out. Let's go. Out of here.
I can't
No recording device. No recording device. I know what's on your chest. It's a GoPro.
Yeah.
You're out of the building. No recording devices in the building. No acceptance.
Okay.
Hey, Dr. King Hawkins.
Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Thanks, son.
Good.
Well, I was just thrown out of the building, the courthouse, for having a GoPro on my chest. So apparently no phones or cameras allowed even inside the building. The sheriff threw me out when I wanted to go in to get a coffee at the public establishment in there. Oh no, he said no camera. So I'm here today. Next I won't be able to talk. Or walk.